Hello everyone, welcome back to the Backlog series. Would you believe me if I say that this is the first time I played any game from the Mafia franchise? I was lucky enough and gifted the whole trilogy from a friend. So I started out this game because I wanted to try something new. I'll begin with what I do like. The story and atmosphere of the game, I think they absolutely nailed the 1930s era in their world design. And in the way they talk, the cars and the guns. The aspect glued me to my screen immediately, especially with how the story is told. I was curious as why our main character is talking to a detective. I think the sound effects and soundtrack really sells the scene apart from the acting. I love the attention to detail in their dialogue. I'm not a historian, but this is how I imagine people in the Italian mobs talks like. And this is how I imagine The Godfather is like, but I can't be bothered watching a 3-hour movie. The graphics looks amazing for a not Unreal Engine 5 game that runs fairly smooth. The way they shot this feels like straight out of a movie. And I feel like the radio is very underrated in this game because all the missions involve driving and somehow it reports recent events that you are involved in or news from that era. So it makes the world feel like it's alive and our actions are acknowledged. The okay parts. I think the gameplay is just okay in terms of variety and controls, even though most of the format is just go here, do this, go there, do that from the dawn. But the way missions sometimes don't go as planned makes it interesting. The stealth gameplay, if you can even call it that, is a bit underwhelming, but at least they give you the choice instead of resorting to guns blazing all the time. The driving is okay. If they were trying to simulate how cars back then felt like, this is it, because it felt a bit heavy and not very agile. Now I'm gonna talk about what I don't like. The racing mission is infuriating. Why is the difference in difficulty between normal and easy so wide? I had to read online how to win the race and most just say played on easy mode. And I won on my first try. So is the difficulty just increasing the speed limit of the AIs or making them able to drive with pixel perfect accuracy? Like why? And we can't skip the mission because we have to be number 1, which is so annoying. I also feel like the story could have been slightly longer to make us know the characters in depth because the way the story is told is jumping between major events, so the chemistry between the main protagonist with his love interest felt like it's out of nowhere. And you cannot tell me that it only takes one chapter of them hanging out to tell me that they like each other. I feel like the story could have been fleshed out more to tell us how they both fall in love and just give us the quiet moments between the trio and tell us how the dawn began showing their true colors, because in the last quarter part of the game kind of felt like they rushed through it and kind of felt like they want the game to end already. And as much as I love the story and world, it kind of felt shallow because you cannot go to the stores or make side hustles, or maybe that's why they made Mafia 3. But overall, I like this game. It's short and sweet and doesn't bloat itself with too many padding. It wastes no time, even though I wanted the game to be slightly longer, but hey, that's a good thing. It still gave me an emotional impact, so I'd say it's an efficient storytelling method. It kind of feels like LA Noire, but on the other side, instead of being the police, you're in the mafia starting the crimes. But yeah, I just wish it was a bit longer so that we can see the characters interact with one another. It's those type of, I can watch 1 hour of them just hang out in the bar talking. So yeah, that's it for me. Thank you for watching, and as for the next video, I don't know yet.